So that's the overall sound of it. Doesn't sound too bad. It's coming out of that amp right there, the Fender amp. I also said about this little mini amp, really small. Anyhow, so this here's the guitar. I'm going to show you some of its different features, what all it has, what all it can do, what it sounds like if you add certain things to it. Alright, this here's on a basic clean channel. There's nothing added to it, it's just the guitar and the amp itself. I'll also show you what it sounds like with a little bit of an adjustment to the amp. Then, yeah, alrighty. So once again, this is using the clean channel. So it can handle basic chords pretty well. That was a little bit of that was just mostly basic chords of, a little bit of selective picking here and there, so doesn't sound too bad. No real fret buzz. From what I noticed, if you get any fret buzz, it's from doing like power chords and that type of stuff. And it's usually only if you like do a lot of sliding with the like power chords. Then again, that could just be because I can't slide with power chords that well. And anyways, it also sounds good if you do like just basic riffs too. I mean, so that's just the guitar itself and the amp. And we'll do a little bit of a modification here. We're going to turn the gain up, maybe to about 2 or 3. Middle up, give it that nice clean rock effect. And let's show you what it can do on a little bit of a rock setting. There's some pretty basic power chords. And I said about the sliding issue. Doesn't sound as bad if you turn the gain up a little bit. Although it still sounds pretty bad. So, I really don't think there's much of a point that you'll do a slide of power chords. I mean, but like I said, it's probably just me. Anyhow. This current amp, it has a clean channel too, so you can switch back and forth. And probably one of the better things about this guitar is it has a 5-voice selector pickup switch. Like, you can choose which pickups you want to use. This here, it has one dual humbucker down at the bottom and 2 single coils. Dual humbucker is pretty similar on like starter guitars, and the single coils is what you'll find on like standard Fender Strats and that type of stuff. But these here are cheaper single coils, so they aren't gonna sound like an actual Fender Strat, but they still sound pretty decent. Alright, another little demo of what it sounds like. Let's use with using the distortion pedal, and I'll also show you what this little selector switch can do. Up, you can change it up, and then that gives you that rhythm type feeling. Then you switch it down, and it gives you the treble feeling, which is real good for like heavy stuff. Anyhow, this here's the guitar and the distortion pedal. It's on a clean channel right now. Then you can switch it over. That's kind of loud. That was a little bit of palm muting and stuff that was supposedly Enter Sandman, but I kind of haven't played that in forever, so kind of sucked a little bit. So it sounds pretty good as far as overall. Once again, like I said, you can change the pickups. Or you can go back to the middle for like that's more of a rock area. Overall, for a minimum quality guitar, and for being able to find these for a lower price, it really doesn't sound that bad. And of course, I also forgot about the whammy bar feature. Now, most of these types of guitars that'll knock the guitar out of tune a bit, this here will somewhat knock it out of tune, but as long as the strings aren't like brand new, like just on there, then it shouldn't knock it out too bad. So yeah, that's pretty much this guitar. And most of the stuff that you'll be looking into is more of the first and second part. Also, I'll show you what this little amp sounds like too. It's no Fender amp, but it still gets the job done, I suppose. No, I don't like the sound of that. I'm gonna capo it. course, going to a cheap amp after using a Fender amp kind of makes you disappointed. So, sad face on that one. Dang it. Oh well.